Welcome to Reflections on the Masculine Journey with Raith. I'm Raith, and this is where we talk about wisdom, discipline, purpose, honor, and becoming the kind of man life requires. This is Masculine Journey Reflections Episode 2, and today's topic is what modern men are missing. That is a serious question, because when we look around today, we see a lot of men who are restless, a lot of men who are angry, a lot of men who are distracted, a lot of men who are capable of more but somehow feel stuck. Some men are working hard but have no direction. Some men are chasing pleasure but finding no peace. Some men are surrounded by technology but feel deeply alone. Some men have money but no meaning. Some men have opinions but no wisdom. Some men have strength but no discipline. Some men have ambition but no code. And that is where the problem begins. Modern men are not missing entertainment. They are not missing noise. They are not missing information. They are not missing distractions. What many modern men are missing is something much deeper. They are missing purpose, discipline, identity, brotherhood, responsibility, and a code to live by. And without those things, a man can drift for years without realizing he is drifting. Men are missing purpose. The first thing many modern men are missing is purpose. Purpose is direction. Purpose tells a man why he gets up, why he works, why he endures, why he sacrifices, and why he refuses to quit when life becomes difficult. Without purpose, a man becomes reactive. He reacts to bills, he reacts to relationships, he reacts to the news, he reacts to his emotions, he reacts to what other people think, he reacts to temptation, he reacts to pressure, but he does not move with clear intention. A man without purpose can be busy every day and still be going nowhere. That is one of the great traps of modern life. A man can fill his day with activity and still avoid the deeper question, what am I building? That question matters. Because if a man does not know what he is building, he will waste his strength on whatever gets his attention. He will waste time. He will waste money. He will waste emotional energy. He will waste his body. He will waste his mind. And eventually he will wake up and realize he has been moving, but not advancing. Purpose does not have to be dramatic. It does not always mean fame, wealth, or public recognition. For some men, purpose is becoming a better husband. For some men, it is rebuilding their health. For some men, it is raising their children well. For some men, it is mastering a craft. For some men, it is writing, teaching, building, serving, leading, protecting, or creating something useful. The point is not that every man's purpose looks the same. The point is that every man needs one. A man needs a reason to discipline himself. A man needs a reason to tell himself no. A man needs a reason to endure discomfort. A man needs a reason to become better than he was yesterday. Without purpose, discipline feels like punishment. With purpose, discipline becomes devotion. Men are missing discipline. The second thing modern men are missing is discipline, and I want to be clear about this. Discipline is not just military bearing. It is not just getting up early. It is not just working out. It is not just being hard on yourself. Discipline is the ability to keep your actions aligned with your values, even when your emotions want something else. That is discipline. A man says he values health, but his habits destroy his body. A man says he values family, but he gives his best energy to strangers and his leftovers to the people at home. A man says he values truth, but he lies to avoid discomfort. A man says he wants success, but he cannot stay consistent long enough to build anything. That gap between what a man says and what a man does is where discipline is either built or lost. Modern life constantly attacks discipline. Everything is designed to be easy, fast, comfortable, and instantly available. Food is easy. Entertainment is easy. Anger is easy. Complaining is easy. Pornography is easy. Debt is easy. Distraction is easy. Blame is easy. But becoming a man of character is not easy. It requires restraint. It requires repetition. It requires sacrifice. It requires a willingness to do what is right even when it is not exciting. A disciplined man is not controlled by every appetite. He does not become a slave to every feeling. He does not need the world to be perfect before he does what needs to be done. He builds structure. He keeps promises to himself. He does the work, not because it is glamorous, but because it is required. That is what many men are missing. They are not missing motivation. Motivation comes and goes. They are missing structure. They are missing standards. They are missing a daily system that turns intention into action. Men are missing a code. The third thing modern men are missing is a code. A code is a set of principles a man lives by. It answers questions before pressure arrives. What will I do when I am tempted to lie? What will I do when I am angry? What will I do when I am afraid? What will I do when nobody is watching? What will I do when doing the right thing costs me something? A man without a code negotiates with every situation. He changes his standards depending on the room, the people, the mood, or the reward. That kind of man may be clever, but he is not grounded. He may be charming, but he is not reliable. He may be successful for a season, but he is unstable inside. A code gives a man internal structure. For me, this is where words like truth, honor, integrity, courtesy, loyalty, allegiance, discipline, and responsibility matter. Those are not old-fashioned words. Those are load-bearing words. They hold a man together. Truth keeps him honest. Honor keeps him aligned. Integrity keeps him whole. Courtesy keeps his strength from becoming cruelty. Loyalty keeps him from betraying what matters. Allegiance reminds him that he belongs to something greater than appetite. Discipline keeps him moving when emotion fades. Responsibility keeps him from living like a child. A man with a code does not have to reinvent himself every morning. He knows what he stands for. He knows what lines he will not cross. He knows what kind of man he is trying to become. That does not mean he is perfect. It means he is directed. And direction matters. Men are missing brotherhood. The fourth thing modern men are missing is brotherhood. Many men today are isolated. They may know people. They may work with people. They may have followers, friends online, and contacts in their phone. But many do not have real brothers. By brothers, I do not simply mean blood relatives. I mean men who will tell them the truth, men who will challenge them, men who will stand with them, men who will not flatter their weakness, men who will not celebrate their destruction, men who will say, "You are better than this, stand up, fix it, move forward." That kind of brotherhood is rare now. A lot of male friendship has been reduced to entertainment. Men gather around sports, jokes, drinking, complaining, or distractions. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life, but if men never move beyond entertainment, they never sharpen one another. Real brotherhood sharpens. It does not just comfort, it calls men higher. A man needs at least a few men in his life who are not impressed by his excuses. He needs men who will ask, "Are you keeping your word? Are you taking care of your body? Are you leading your family? Are you doing the work? Are you living by your code? Are you becoming stronger or softer? Are you telling yourself the truth?" Once again, this is not about shame. It is about accountability. Men are not meant to grow alone. There is a reason warriors train together. There is a reason soldiers depend on one another. There is a reason teams matter. A lone man may survive for a while, but a man with real brotherhood has reinforcement. He has correction, he has encouragement, he has witness, and sometimes he has rescue. Modern men need brotherhood again. Not just friends, brothers. Men are missing responsibility. The fifth thing modern men are missing is responsibility. Responsibility is the doorway into manhood. A boy often asks, "What can I get?" A man must ask, "What must I carry?" That does not mean a man should be used, abused, or crushed under everyone else's demands. But it does mean that a man cannot define freedom as the absence of responsibility. That is childish freedom. Real freedom requires responsibility. If a man wants a strong body, he must accept responsibility for his habits. If he wants a strong mind, he must accept responsibility for what he consumes. If he wants a strong relationship, he must accept responsibility for how he shows up. If he wants respect, he must accept responsibility for his conduct. If he wants peace, he must accept responsibility for his choices. Many men want the rewards of manhood without the burden of manhood. They want respect without reliability. They want leadership without service. They want authority without accountability. They want admiration without sacrifice. But that is not how it works. Responsibility is not the enemy of manhood. Responsibility is what shapes manhood. A man becomes strong by carrying what is his to carry: his word, his family, his work, his mission, his body, his mind, his failures, his repairs, his future. A man who refuses responsibility will always remain dependent on someone else to rescue him, excuse him, or define him. But a man who accepts responsibility becomes dangerous in the best sense: dangerous to chaos, dangerous to weakness, dangerous to excuses, dangerous to everything in him that wants to remain small. Men are missing wisdom. The sixth thing modern men are missing is wisdom. And wisdom is different from information. We live in a time where information is everywhere. A man can listen to podcasts all day. He can watch videos all night. He can read quotes. He can study tactics. He can collect opinions. But if that information does not change how he lives, it has not become wisdom. Wisdom is applied truth. Wisdom asks, what are the consequences? What is the right action? What kind of man will this make me? What will this cost later? Is this desire leading me toward strength or weakness? Does this choice match my values? A man without wisdom may be intelligent and still foolish. He may be educated and still destructive. He may know facts and still fail at life. Wisdom gives a man perspective. It teaches him that not every impulse deserves obedience. Not every argument deserves his energy. Not every woman deserves his pursuit. Not every opportunity deserves his time. Not every insult requires a response. Not every feeling tells the truth. Wisdom slows a man down, not in weakness, in command. A wise man does not rush to prove himself. He observes, he thinks, he measures, he acts with purpose. That kind of wisdom is missing because many men have never been taught how to reflect. They have been taught how to react. They have been taught how to consume. They have been taught how to perform. But they have not been taught how to sit quietly with their own life and ask hard questions. That is why reflection matters. Reflection turns experience into instruction. Without reflection, a man can repeat the same mistake for 20 years and call it bad luck. Men are missing identity. The seventh thing modern men are missing is identity. Many men do not know who they are outside of work, money, relationships, status, or approval. If the job changes, they collapse. If the relationship ends, they collapse. If people criticize them, they collapse. If they lose status, they collapse. That happens because their identity was built on unstable ground. A man must know who he is beneath circumstances. He must be able to say, I am a man of truth. I am a man of discipline. I am a man of responsibility. I am a man who builds. I am a man who corrects himself. I am a man who protects what matters. I am a man who learns from pain. I am a man who gets back up. Identity is not fantasy. It has to be proven through action. You do not become disciplined by calling yourself disciplined. You become disciplined by doing disciplined things. You do not become honorable by admiring honor. You become honorable by choosing honor when dishonor would benefit you. You do not become strong by talking about strength. You become strong by training, enduring, sacrificing, and mastering yourself. Identity is built through repeated evidence. Every day, a man is casting a vote for the kind of man he is becoming. His habits vote, his words vote, his choices vote, his reactions vote, his excuses vote, his discipline votes, and over time, those votes become identity. That is why a man has to pay attention, because he is always becoming something. The question is he becoming what he claims to value? The wake-up call. So what are modern men missing? They are missing purpose. They are missing discipline. They are missing a code. They are missing brotherhood. They are missing responsibility. They are missing wisdom. They are missing a grounded identity. But here's the good news. These things can be rebuilt. A man can start again. A man can wake up. A man can correct course. A man can decide that drifting is no longer acceptable. He can begin with one honest assessment. Where am I weak? Where am I undisciplined? Where am I avoiding responsibility? Where am I lying to myself? Where am I wasting my strength? Where am I living beneath my own standard? These questions are not meant to destroy a man. They are meant to awaken him. Because once a man tells himself the truth, he has a chance to rebuild, and rebuilding is honorable. There is no shame in beginning again. There's no shame in admitting that you have work to do. The shame is in seeing the truth and refusing to act. Practical exercise. Before we close, I want to give you a simple exercise. Take a piece of paper and write these 7 words: purpose, discipline, code, brotherhood, responsibility, wisdom, identity. Then rate yourself from 1 to 10 in each area. Do not exaggerate. Do not shame yourself. Just tell the truth. Where are you strong? Where are you weak? Where have you been drifting? Then pick the lowest score and ask, what is one action I can take this week to improve this area? If your lowest score is purpose, write down what you're building. If your lowest score is discipline, create one daily non-negotiable habit. If your lowest score is code, write 5 principles you refuse to betray. If your lowest score is brotherhood, reach out to one solid man. If your lowest score is responsibility, handle one thing you have been avoiding. If your lowest score is wisdom, spend 10 minutes a day in reflection. If your lowest score is identity, ask what your habits are proving about you. Start there. Small action, honest action, repeated action. That is how a man rebuilds. This has been Masculine Journey Reflections number 2, What Modern Men Are Missing. I'm Raith, and this is Reflections on the Masculine Journey with Raith. If this message speaks to you, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast, and share this episode with another man who may need the wake-up call. Leave a comment with this answer. What do you think modern men are missing most? Purpose, discipline, brotherhood, responsibility, wisdom, or something else? In the next episode, we will continue the journey by looking at another essential truth. A man needs a code. Until then, remember this. A man does not become stronger by drifting. He becomes stronger by choosing direction, accepting responsibility, and building himself one disciplined action at a time. I'll see you next time on Reflections on the Masculine Journey with Raith.